dog, everyone. Well, at the beginning of this video, don't get clipped. Hello, everyone. Morning here from the parking lot. Dr. Freedom here with you. Um, yeah, remember I mentioned somebody had sent me a message, and it turns out it was an autocorrect mistake. I thought he was saying Julia Roberts was going to be the next doctor. It turns out it was an autocorrect thing. He was talking about Julia Forster, as you see in the title, which isn't beyond explanation. It's not too far out there, but you know, it's kind of weird how many names are being thrown around these days. But will they go with a woman again? That's a big question. Also, London Comic-Con Spring was done over this weekend, and it's amazing how many people showed up and just, had such a great time, despite the fact that, remember, Jodie's killing the show, and, she's personally ate the cats of a bunch of fans and things like that, and yet, yeah, look at the fan appreciation. We're in the majority. Too bad none of you were there. Okay, but in the meanwhile, like I said, yeah, Julia Forster, yeah, it's a name to look into. Anything's a possibility at this point. We got to remember, filming is supposed to begin, now they're saying in May again. So I'm thinking late April, early May. I don't think they're going to hold back till Easter to make an announcement. But then again, if they're not going to actually start filming till May, Easter would make sense. Because it's a holiday weekend, everyone's going to be watching the special. Maybe they'll wait till the end of the special. Like I said, though, that's a theory. That's, just me taking a wild guess. Oh, man. Oh, wow, it's 27 degrees. It's bikini weather out here. Compared to a few days we out here where it was single digits or less. But I know it's a hard time to think about Doctor Who and all that when, the things we got going on in the world. Some idiot that woke up some morning and decided, I'm going to go invade that country because I don't like the fact they've been getting on without us. Ugh. Okay, so that's a good thought there. Maybe it's the 17th of March, which would be the anniversary of New Who. I didn't even think about that. That would be a nice date to do it on. I know, I hate to be a bit depressing and all that, but yeah, someone kept asking me, I've been getting messages from people saying, why don't we do this? Why don't we do that? Why isn't anyone doing anything like this, that, these, or those? And it's like, it's a much more complicated question, or situation. We're not talking about some third-rate dictator who the biggest thing he can throw at you is a couple sticks of dynamite typed to an old Estes rocket. We're talking about a guy who has his finger on the button of some roughly 6,000 ICBMs. And he looks like he's stupid enough to do it. And it's kind of sad, too. Putin didn't seem like he was this dumb. But, I don't know. It is kind of frightening. It's like, yeah, I play a lot of Fallout, but I don't want to live in it. Oh man. Ugh. Hello, everybody who's popping in there. But it's like, what triggered this guy? What, you try to think, why do you want to screw with the world for? It's like, what's the gain? What do you think you're going to walk out of this with? You went from looking like, a somewhat reasonable guy to a complete a-hole inside of a week. And it's kind of sad too. I feel for those people. They got miles long, things of troops now. Going into that capital, going into Kyiv, and I just can't think of it, man. It's just like, why? And then, you know what? The worst part is, get ready for this. Guess what people are complaining about? Gas prices. Guys, you got a lot more to worry about than the cost of gas. Rather than worry about how many dollars per gallon, you better be starting by how many rads go in a sunshine unit. Okay, Now, I hate to start off your day like this, but yeah, this guy's even talking about going against NATO, and the second he does, that means, oh God, we're in. And it's like, if he doesn't get his way, one button press and we're done. But all I can tell you is, we've made it this far. Since the atomic bomb and since the Cold War and yeah, exactly. Yeah, this idiot's already put his nuclear guys on a high alert, and I'm like, it's like he's itching to push that button, But like I said, just go forward in your day and think about this. Like I said, we've survived this long, since the Cold War, since the bomb was introduced. Hopefully, reason will prevail, even though sometimes it seems like reason is like a planet that's on the other side of the Milky Way. But I don't know. Like I said, it's just a scary situation. Yeah, the world is a stage. Get ready for the price of everything. I remember the day after 9/11, we had a gas station that was less than a couple miles from my house. And they were on the news. He had jacked his gas prices up to $10 a gallon. And I'm like, sure enough, by mid-afternoon, though, he was under arrest for price gouging. Ugh. Well, hopefully common sense will prevail. You're right. But at the same time, we live in an age where common sense seems to be extinct. Where, reason has gone out the window and, Grant just asked you to think you'll let the bomb off. I don't know. I'm not a professor, I'm not a philosopher, but I don't like this. The fact that, he's went ahead and invaded this country and he knows full out that, this was going to cause shit. He knew it was going to stir up crap. And now, like I said, he's got his nuclear forces on high alert because if anybody reacts, he's already made a veiled threat for for using nuclear weapons. And it's like, why? What pissed you off so much? So, did you not get the right ding-a-ling tug from from your escort this morning? What happened? Oh man. Yeah, like I said, I don't want to answer that question either way because, it's kind of hard to believe that some idiot in an attack of foolish pride would smack the button. But at the same time, if you've read stories about stuff that happened during the Cold War, it turns out we found out years later, I'm butchering this story because I'm trying to remember correctly. If I remember right, there was it a bomber or a sub, something like that, was supposed to have launched a weapon during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and we didn't find out till decades later it didn't happen because one of the guys on board said no. It's like, I'm not blowing up the planet, for this stretch of land. Yeah, you got to admire the Ukrainian president. The stories, I've heard about him. Like he told his staff and all that, don't put pictures of me up in the office and all that. He goes, I'd rather you put pictures of your family up and look at them and think of them. I think you're thinking of Cold War, which was the name of the episode. That was the one with the ice warrior in the Russian sub. Yeah, I'm sorry if I'm putting you all down this morning. Like I said, it is something to worry about. All I can tell you, though, is, just don't think about it for now. Like I said, I know it's hard to do, but just go forward in your day, enjoy it as much as you can, and hopefully this mess will be resolved in a peaceful manner. That's all we can hope for. That's all we can do. But I got to get going. I got a couple minutes to get into work. I know, I hate to drag it, but look up the name Julia Forster. Her name's in the title. And, like I said, it is an interesting prospect. So, yeah, I'm going to look into it and, see if there's, anything to it. I'll pass the name around, see if it rings any bells. But remember, as you go through your day, try to think positively. Don't worry about that. Either way, why worry about something you can't do a thing about? Just try to make the most of your day. That's all I'm going to tell you. Smile a little more, because there's other people out there who are going to be worried too. Just hope, that somebody on the other end realizes what a mistake this is. It's Forster, Forster, from what I understand. The name's in the title of the video, or this stream. So please take care of yourselves and each other. Be kind as much as you can. Be careful out there. Stay healthy, stay alert, and, just be good to one another, all right? Hopefully we'll see you in the future. Take care, everyone.